Hello, my treasures. It's time to lawyer up with Lawyer Demon Hunter. The idea behind this deck is to use ETC in order to start a rock duel between you and your opponent, and then force it to explode in your opponent's hand with Prosecutor Mel'tranix, who will force our opponent to really only have one card to prevent themselves from exploding for a bunch of damage. If you can't really tell, this takes inspiration from the Warlock version of a Elite Tauren Champion deck. Now for the Mulligan guide of the deck, Elite Tauren Champion is of course a card that you're always going to be looking for. However, outside of this, you're going to be looking for early game removal tool through the Relic package, such as Relic of Extinction, or things like Unleash Fel in combination with either Enchanter or Silver Moon Arcanus. With that being said, let's look at some games. Alright, time for a game against Priest. Let's see what they have in store for us today. Okay, he's just going to get rid of one of the Relic Vaults and this School Teacher. School Teacher wouldn't have technically been bad to keep in the starting hand, but depending if this is going to be slower or not. Okay, so it will be a slower matchup. Just going to ping their face for 1 damage, I guess. Let's put down Relic Vault. Now, yeah, we do have one of the cards that we need for the combo. And here's the other thing with this deck, because we do have Relic of Dimensions, it's one of those cards that I wouldn't really want to have in the deck because we don't really want to discount cards that we draw into. But it usually is incredibly strong, and we'll probably see it come up here. Assuming they're just playing Thief at this point. We do have the Immolation Aura to get rid of everything too. Not something that I wanted to see right now, but later on that could be useful. So, I don't actually mind fizzling here. It's one of those things that might not look that good, but we can actually get a lot of advantage by fizzling now. And then we can also use the Touch of Chaos to ping this for 1 or 2 damage. Oh, All Fells Breaks Loose is actually really funny, but we're going to go for Chaos Strike. I instantly regretted not going for All Fells Break Loose, but yeah, it is what it is. They're probably going to draw a card, deal 6 damage to us. We might do something a little bit funky next turn, depending on how they actually play it. Let's draw 4. A man, a boy, would I have wished to have that before we decided to waste it on only 2 discounts. Might as well draw another card, I guess. Oh, we could also go for this. This is going to look a little bit weird. Unleash Fel gets rid of it, so we don't have to take the 6 damage. Okay, so it is out of all the cards, it would have been funny to get the Colossus minion out of our hand, but at least it isn't Prosecutor. I actually really want to use Prosecutor here, where that feels like a little bit of a waste. Okay, maybe it doesn't. We can trade. Okay, so we have a few options. We trade, and then we can draw a few cards. I think I would rather have the relics bigger than the discounts, because the discounts kind of screw over the game plan if we do draw into ETC. I'm just hoping that we don't, is the thing. Right, well, let's get rid of the 4/3. Slam down this runner. Probably shouldn't do this, but I did it for some weird reason, so it is what it is. Out of all the relics they could have copied, I mean, that's the best one for us. Let's put down Enchanter. Unleash Fel, that only does 2 damage, but that's fine. Still does 2 damage there. We'll see what we can grab. I'm going for Sinful Brand. Abyssal Depths actually probably was the play, but I just want the mana discount on some of the cards in our hand. Prosecutor for 3 is actually really, really nice. Becomes really flexible too. Pop. We're going to pop our board. I mean, at least Xy'mox is infused. That is good. I'm actually kind of curious if Infuse will be revisited quick because it is a pretty cool mechanic. I still stand by the fact that Sire could probably be unnerfed and we'd still be fine. Going to just buff up everything here, draw an additional card. Okay, that's not technically what we want to see. I'm going to use Prosecutor here and then just go face. Hopefully they don't get rid of the Prosecutor. They could. I think we have a way to get access. Did we already play Fizzle and she was in our hand? Because if we did, then we're in a decent position. This should just prevent them from AoE nuking us for a turn, at least hopefully. Unless they randomly generate something here, that will ruin our day. Well, I mean, hey, you cannibalize the wrong target there, at least in my opinion. I get it, less damage for them to take, but I just want the Prosecutor to live so we can slam down Zola to get additional copy. Wait. How? Math. I need to math. Okay, so Unleash fails funny. Can hero power, then ETC. This is going to look, maybe it won't look bad. I was thinking I was going to trade into the 6/6. And we did make the burn a card. So they actually only have one card to deal with? I wasn't actually paying attention to what their hand was. Wait, the pick doesn't count as a card? Oh. Oh, wait, never mind. I forgot when we put down the Prosecutor. We put it down turns ago. I mean, I would have preferred to get a second copy, but you leave Prosecutor up, we still can get a second copy. Now, the problem becomes, how do we math this well? Relic of Extinction. I think we Xy'mox. That gets rid of 2 minions. Let's see what they are before we do anything else. And see what we draw to. There's... not really that bad of a card. We're going to go for Prosecutor. And then we're probably going to trade into the 6/6, if I had to guess. Just to give us a little bit of additional space so we can hero power than Astalor. And then probably ping their face too. We basically have full combo set up. We just need to them draw into a bunch of cards so the pick is the 10th card in their hand. And then we're actually in a really good position. Okay. That goes for Xy'mox. They still have 9 mana to spend. And they can draw a few cards. I don't know if they're going to catch the fact that drawing cards here isn't really the best idea. Okay. Relic. They actually managed to copy 2 of those. That's actually kind of impressive. They're at 5 mana, then Astalor. Okay, so we're going to prevent them from playing Astalor, which is really, really good. All right, let's slam down. Let's trade first, actually. And then destroy all their minions. Then we can put down Astalor of our own. And we're going to prosecute their court case. Oh. And are they burning card? Yes, they are. So let's see if this actually works how I think it's going to work. Unless they give up, which... Okay, burning a card still. Cleanse the scene. They're down to 5. Okay, they're drawing another card. Oh, unless they have a 1-cost card, we did it. This duel was incredible. Let's rock on, right? Okay, time for a game against Hunter. Let's see what they have in store for us today, and this opener looks really bad. Let's get rid of everything besides the Illidari studies. I did not need to see a second one, though. I will say that. Now, do we want to use the Illidari studies, or do we just want a hero power? I think we're just going to want a hero power here. Okay, they're going to put down Slither Spear. Probably going to coin out a banana. No, okay. I would have assumed it was going to be a banana, but I guess I am not making their decisions for them. So let's go for the draw. Might as well. School teacher, we don't necessarily need right now. Just going to go face again. I'm not really too worried about the damage output, at least for now. Later on, probably, but right now, I'm not really too worried about it. Okay, there's Spirit Poacher. You know, might as well go for I-Beam, but I've actually almost considered cutting out maybe the Enchanters or the Arcanist, but they're just such a nice combo together because you can easily just wipe out your opponent's board. It makes everything take 6 damage and then heal you up for full if you can get both of them +1 Unleash Fel on like turn 7, which technically isn't even that hard to do, as long as you can survive until turn 7. And we do have a bunch of mana cheat in the deck anyway, so, you know, alright. Unleash Fel, because we don't have any in our hand yet. You know, I still have yet to post a deck with that card, and I know it's super strong in aggro. I just don't like the card. I know they nerfed it because it was super strong, but I don't know. We're gonna put down one of the bots, and then I think we're gonna use Astral to get rid of one of the 1/2s. I'm not too worried about. We probably should have won face, to be honest, there, because next turn we can actually Arcanist and then clear out the board if we really need to. But I don't know if we're going to do that next turn, since maybe I want to wait for an additional turn. I don't think mathematically they have enough damage. Okay, so they're going to get the other bot out of our hand. I mean, one's better than them getting both. Oh, we could be very tempted to just try to make it blow up on their face, but I think we're just going to clear everything out. Be a little bit extra cautious in case they have something like King Crush. I'm assuming if they do have Crush, they'll probably attack into the 2/2 just to get rid of it, but I don't know how useful that's going to be for them. We also do have the Immolation Aura as like a pseudo. I mean, it is a clear. It's just not the clear that we would prefer to have, if you get what I'm saying. Now, that is an interesting top deck, because we can slam that down, and I think we're going to slam down ETC. See if we can start this duel coming. Even just allowing it to explode for 8 damage would actually be pretty good in this matchup right now. They are pretty low. We do have ways to get more damage in our hand. So, Queen Azara, Queen Azara, what did they grab off of Azara is the problem. We're gonna put this down, might as well. I think, as weird as this is going to sound, we're gonna try to clear out as much as we can on the board. We're also going to want a hero power here, get everything low, and then use Immolation Aura and just go face, so they have only 10 HP to deal with. They have colossal damage. Actually, that's a card that I am shocked I haven't revisited anytime soon. I keep forgetting it exists. It does rely on your opponent to have enough minions on board and for you to last long enough to put it down, but I mean, we only have 3 mana. We might as well give them that, and boy oh boy, good luck dealing with that. You basically have 2 cards that you can really use. I mean, you can use more on the left-hand side, I guess, but that does require you to play a little bit more awkwardly. That's actually why I like this combo so much. It just makes it so annoying for your opponent to deal with. Wait, you can still trade cards in the middle of the hand? Sorry, what? Why is that allowed? Of course, they drew back into it. Okay, they're at 7. We're going to use bunches of bananas. What's a 6 cost card that they could have? Big Dreams is 5? No, 3 costs. Okay. And our bananas and then hero power. So close to perfection, and yet so far. Here's the thing. We could try to not meme this, but I'm just going to go for lethal here. Okay, time for a game against Paladin. It probably is going to be some variant of Pure Paladin, because that is the only Paladin deck anyone is ever playing, and it would be so nice if that type of deck wasn't the only thing that's being supported. Opener doesn't look that bad for this deck, to be honest. We would like some type of AoE removal because we do have the Enchanter in hand. And I do have a feeling Enchanter could actually come up pretty quickly here. Oh, there's Unleash Fel. Unleash Fel is actually a pretty good top deck. It's actually exactly what we needed to. Just going to Hero Power. Then we're just going to go face. Or kill their minion and then pick. We might as well coin this out just so we can discount Xy'mox and Enchanter. So they have 3. So their dude Paladin, I don't really want to use Unleash Fel here, and we probably won't. We could use Phantasms. It'll put 2 1/1s on the board. Hopefully they'll trade into them, but you never know. At least it isn't the stereotypical version of pure Paladin. Oh man, that is an interesting card choice. Touch of Fel would be great if we had a way to easily trigger it, but we really don't. Going for Spectral Sight, that will only draw us 1 card, but it doesn't really matter too much. Feast and Famine. I think that's the wrong weapon that you got equipped there for that card to be really decent. I'm curious of why they were wasting that. Actually, as a top deck, that's really, really funny. I don't know if we are going to want to use it. I almost would prefer not to, because we can just clear anything out next turn, because they don't have the Maul, the 3-cost weapon. Their big Paladin? Okay, that explains a lot of their card choices. That actually explains a lot of card choices, which means they're also not pure. How do we do this without ruining our day is the question. We can use... if we use Blood Mage and then use Unleash Fel, that gets rid of that. Oh, why does it have to be Annoy a Troop? The most annoying card that they could have gotten off of that. Okay, so it's going to become a bunch of 1/2 with Divine Shields that are going to be really annoying to deal with too, but better than nothing, I guess. We also should have probably went with Multi-Strike. It could have got rid of 2 minions next turn. I'm curious if they're going... Oh, okay, they had another Lead Dancer. And we have the Relic Vault. The Relic Vault's actually real... is it here? Only... I kind of just want to use Xy'mox. I'm hoping it doesn't hit the 4/2. The weird thing is, sure, it won't kill probably whatever he hits. Oh, a free Enchanter is kind of funny. Oh, of course. I mean, it did manage to kill the one... Oh, actually, out of all the cards they could have dragged out, technically not the worst for us, depending on what they actually have in hand. And that is definitely not something that I want to deal with right now. Okay, how do we want to do this next turn? Because they're going to have a bunch of Divine Shields. I think what we're going to end up doing is Enchanter plus Unleash Fel, and then Relic Vault plus Extinction, depending on what they got. Ragnaros. Okay, please game. 50-50 shot. Hit or face. Oh, nice if it hit or face. Let's Unleash Fel. I guess we don't have to use Extinction here. We can just slam this down and then double up on the dimensions. Well, that's an interesting card to get completely for free. Oh, and another Relic, which is actually... Let's just slam it down. Probably should have saved it. Or we're going to get the second Relic Vault off of that. And then we can just ping their face and start this duel going. Crucial Champion. I you know, I almost forgot Big Paladin was a deck. Just because I've faced so many pure Paladin that it's just very easy to forget. Alright, what are they slamming? Oh, that. Well, we also probably should have attacked first. We're just going to waste our own board. Oh, Astolor is a fun top deck because we can instantly use it and then pass the pick back to them. only we had Prosecutor, because Prosecutor could just shut down half of their hand right now. So front lines is pretty bad for us. They got a free Thaddeus. Now, okay, so what do we have in our hand? And how do we want to order this is the problem. Because we also have to be very careful about how much damage we're doing to our own face. We can use Immolation Aura, because we don't want it to blow up on our face. Do 4 damage there. I know we're not getting any advantage off of it, but it at least gets rid of Thaddeus. Really all I care about. And that does pop the Divine Shield there, which is really good. So we can double up on the Phantasms, or we could put down the Colossus minion. I kind of want to put down the Colossus minion, just because we don't really have a way to get to 7 mana if we didn't. Come on. Wipeouts would have been better if it wiped out a little bit more, but it is what it is. Okay, there's Krangor. Now, are they going to have the location? If they have the location, that might be bad, but Equality. Okay, that deck is running that card, I guess. It is a thing that they're running. Okay, so in hand, we have a 5. So we need a 1 mana card. All right, the last card is a 1 mana card. Let's grab the Rush minion. We can use a Relic Vault here. We could also double Astalor, I guess. But I think we're gonna risk it for the biscuit. I think this is literally the only play that we can do that will keep us alive. We're just hoping they don't have a second Equality and Consecration, but I think they used both of them already, so I think we're actually not in the worst position depending on what they randomly get here. Okay, now, that's no fun. Playing a 10 cost card to instantly trade it back? Why? That's no fun. How? Okay, how do we do this actually? So they'll be able to clear out the 11/11 probably. And we just need to pretend. Okay, so we need to do. Okay, we need to do 7 damage with Astalor. Come on. 7 damage to face. 7 damage. Bring the fire. And there we go. Fire away. Alright, now that we're through the games, let's discuss my final thoughts of the deck. So overall, this deck performed incredibly well, having a 60% win rate across the 20 games I played with it. However, I don't know how much of this is because of the combo, and how much of this is because of the fact that Relic Demon Hunter is just a really decent deck right now. Either way, I am actually kind of shocked no one's come up with this combo before between Prosecutor and Elite Tauren Champion, as it is a game-winning combo. There are going to be a lot of games where you can slam this down early enough where you're going to force your opponent to waste a lot of resources that they wouldn't want to normally waste on basically an empty board unless they're going to explode on their own face. Overall, this is actually probably one of the stronger ETC decks that I've actually tested out since the mini set released, and that makes it easy recommendation for you all to test out. Now, like always, if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, bye-bye.